Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm now going to give you the second half of voting in Virginia. We are going to start with factors in predicting which citizens in Virginia will vote. In Virginia, what we really see this all over the country, the number of people who end up voting is always related to how important the election is. Like, is there a big issue? Is it a presidential election? Because people tend to vote in presidential elections more often. A local example would be coming up in our next major presidential election. They're going to have the vote for whether there should be a casino locally here in Danville. And I guarantee a lot of people will come out for that election just because of the casino legislation and because we're elected a new president. You have just a city council election. A lot of times you won't see as much participation. So what three things here, one, two, three, will determine whether a person will vote or not? First and foremost is education. Those who have been in school longer tend to vote more often than people who haven't completed as much school. For example, if I graduated college, I'm more likely to vote if I only graduated high school. If somebody drops out of school, the person who graduated high school will be more likely to vote. So those with higher education are more likely to vote than those without an education. Our second one is age. The older you are, the more likely to vote. In fact, whoever is 35 or older is the most likely group of Americans to vote. So Mr. Kirk, being 40, is more likely to vote than you if you're younger than 40. The third one is income. People who make a higher income, the more money you make, the more likely you are to vote. So again, let's go back. Education, age, income. If any of them are higher, you're more likely to vote. So why do citizens fail to vote? They don't care. Lack of interest. It's not important. It doesn't affect me. Why should I have to do it? The failure to register. Some people want to vote and then they realize, oh, I didn't register in that 22 days I had to before the election. Some people just say, I'm only one person. I don't believe that my vote counts or even matters. It's so important not to feel that way. Or I'm too busy. I got kids to take care of. I got bills to pay. I got more important things to do. Why should I vote? That's also a reason. So again, people fail to vote due to lack of interest, failure to register, the belief that your vote does not count, or I'm too busy. So voting participation. The percentage of voters who participate is always greater when we're electing a president than any other election. And that's what's coming up this November. And I want to leave you with this. Remember, it's extremely important to vote. Every vote is important. If you don't vote, you have no voice. A lot of people would say if you don't vote, then you have no reason to complain. But by voting, you're putting people into power that are creating laws that affect you every day. So I'm not 18, or I am 18, but you are not 18 yet. So how can you participate in an election? Well, one, you could volunteer for a political campaign. Somebody running for school board, somebody running for city council, maybe even a presidential election. And then participate in online or classroom simulations like voting for student government or for something at school or maybe your church. So I hope this helps to explain voting in Virginia a little bit to you. You're going to have an assignment I'm going to show you in just a minute, which is a Wink book page that you can fill out digitally. And then there's a project, a little writing project that goes along with it that you'll see in Google Classroom. So this is the end, and I'll see you next time.